well, you anticipate a little bit, guys. Yeah, I know.
Hi guys, we will start with a broadcast section that's got no embargo, followed by an embargo section for 10:30 p.m. on Friday. No live tweeting during the broadcast section, and use the microphone provided. Michael.
Thanks, Ant. Hi Igor, how are you?
Good, thanks. Good, thanks.
Are there any new injuries from the Arsenal match? And also, can you confirm that Pedro, Porro and Kevin Danso are available to face Fulham?
Yeah, that's right. No other issues. Small problems for Micky with his small finger, I think. So, but he's okay. He will be in.
Oh, so good news then. Good news.
Yes, good news. Good news.
You've had a week for training.
Yeah.
Final thoughts on the Arsenal match. What other things did you learn from the result and the squad and the performance?
Nothing much to tell. We already comment after the game what kind of game was, what the moments of two squads was in this moment, in that moment. So not much to speak, even in this moment, which is a very particular moment. Less speak, better is. So it's all focus on the daily work in the trainings, to climb up on a table, and to working on performance, to working on all things. So less we speak, better is.
Now you've been here nearly 2 weeks. Is the job as hard as you expected, or a bit more difficult?
Probably yes. I agree with you.
I know, because I know you're not here to have fun, but it's a tough job you have.
Yeah, very tough, but is what I said before. I don't change my opinion. It is how is it. So daily work, focus, raise in all things we need to do. Physical condition, mental confidence, performance, and waiting the players to come back. So we need to be focused on us, what we can do, less thinking about others. That's always good. And it should be good.
Finally, the Champions League draw tomorrow. Obviously, Spurs are in it. Could face Atletico or Galatasaray. Of course, it's great for Spurs to be in it, but you've been brought here to make sure Spurs stay in the Premier League. So, is it games that you maybe wish you didn't have? How will you approach the Champions League?
I don't think too much about draw. If you ask me if I expect the draw tomorrow, don't change for me nothing. In the moment we can also discuss about what you said, but in other ways, it's a beautiful competition to play. Everyone want to play. So the problem is the lack of numbers of player, amount of player we have in the team. That's the problem. Because if you need to play every 3 days with 10, 12, 13, and then you get, that's the problem. Not that we play Champions League or not. Also is spending. It's not about only spending physical energy, but also mental energy when every game for us in the league is a final. So not ideal situation, but it is how is it. Thank you.
Hi Igor. Another London derby next. Fulham, Marco Silva, very organised team. How has training been in the progress leading up to that, and what sort of battle do you expect against them?
Yeah. Very good team with a coach who is there for a long period. So very recognizable team in the way how they do the things. Very serious team. Always difficult to beat them, so it will be tough. But as I said before, we need to be focused on us, what to do, because we need to make better our performance in both ways.
I know you've said previously it's not always about formation, it's about your style and the basics that you do on the pitch. You played with the back three against Arsenal, and we've seen Spurs play with a back three quite frequently. Yeah. With Danso back, Porro back, do you think that's going to be your structure that you like to do going forward, or you might experiment with the back five?
I don't know, because we're going to see when they back, how they back, what are the other players. So this is work to recognize what this team can do, because when you start to work, you start, but then it's a game who show you how is the real situation of the team, in mean of physical condition, because it's fantastic to go to press up, and that's when I speak about style. That's also one part of the style, how you want to be without ball, but then if you have too much problems back, then you need to think about the style. Is the right style? Is the right way? You can call how you want. So I need to be smart to understand deeper the moment and the way how to take the points. Even not looking to the style now in this moment. So style need to be in a second moment. This because now it's a question of life and death, if I can say that in that way, sportively. Yeah, you can use that term. Yeah.
Of course, we understand. You said post-match, it's about changing habits, changing minds. You saw the will, but at that time maybe wasn't the ability to execute. Do you think this is more psychological? And if so, how as a manager change mentality?
Both things. I believe that the mentality changes by training. By doing the right things there, and then to have enough training session that you can transmit this thing to your teams, that on Sunday this can be seen, from the fans, on the stadium. So that's the key, the hard working. Other ways, there is no other possibility.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Please.
Hi Igor, nice to meet you. Tottenham are a team that haven't been used to winning since the turn of the year, hence they're in the position they're in the table. How do you turn that round? And if I'm right with what you just said, is it all now about results rather than performance?
Yeah, I agree with you. Now, yes. Now there's not too much time to think about performance or style, what I said before. As I said, because of these all things put together, I don't want now to repeat again, it's really the question that every game need to be prepared in that way. How are we going to take these points? One way, other way. So just that need to be goal. Unfortunately, it's for me very clear. I'm also not that kind of the coach who don't want to cure, let's say, style, let's say how we perform, what we do. But now this moment is not possible to think about that things.
Your predecessor didn't like to use the word relegation. When asked about it, he would speak, but not actually use the specific word relegation. Have you used that word to your players? Have you said that if we're not careful, we might get relegated?
No, I never use, but not because it's something to scare or something. It's like I don't know how to explain. It's a danger word, or we no sleep. If it's about that we need to be focused on ourselves, really. As I always said here, and I also in the same way I speak with my players, to be focused on ourselves, on the training. That's the only thing we can change. So there is nothing to think about the future or the points even. The points come as a consequence of the training and the game. So that's the focus. That's the main and only focus we need to have.
Before your arrival, finally, journalists in Italy were telling us about how before you've gone in and clubs that weren't doing well, you've turned them around, you've rescued them. Your stats showed that you go into clubs, turn them around and rescue them. In a sense, is this the biggest of those jobs you've had? Because of the size of Tottenham, the fact that we read if the worst was to happen with Spurs, the financial problems that Tottenham had. Is this the biggest job in terms of, we would call it firefighting, you've had?
Probably if I recognize the difficulties there are, probably yes. Probably yes.
You're still confident?
It's even bigger challenge, even a bigger motivation to do this, and we do it. We do it, but I agree with you.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Please.
There you go. Obviously, great to have some players back, fit finally for you. Who are the next ones kind of coming down the line? I mean, Destiny Udogie and where's Udogie and Kulusevski? How are they doing?
I don't know. You can inform the doctors the days. I know the days, but not exactly now. So when they come, they come. So it is on a daily, in a week base. We need to be focused of the way also how they come back in the team. So also the very important thing is, meantime they are recovering to put him in the condition. When they come back, they are in good shape. Otherwise, it's a problem. But we are working this. It's an important part of our job. Yeah.
Obviously, you know Dejan from his time at Juventus, Dejan Kulusevski. I mean, have you spoken to him about his kind of how difficult it's been for him the last year? So?
Yeah. I know him from there. Fantastic player, fantastic guy. Difficult moment. He's had really big problems, as you know here. But he's positive, and also doctors are positive. So we will see next week how it's going.
Another person you know quite well, Antonio Conte. I was just wondered, did you speak to him about Tottenham before you took the job or since?
No. I didn't have time. He's also working there, so we didn't speak recently.
Oh, I mean, what did you make of his time at Tottenham? And kind of, I guess the way it ended, it was quite a public kind of thing he said when he left Tottenham.
I didn't understand. Can you repeat?
So he had a press conference at the end of his time at Tottenham, which was quite a public, explosive press conference.
I don't know. I don't remember.
No, that's fine. I was going to ask you if you'd seen it.
I don't even mind. Imagine his press conference.
That's fine. Thank you.
Hello. Sorry, just on Kulusevski, it sounds like you might have him back at some point to play a game this season. You think he will play, or do you think?
We hope so. In this moment, we don't know.
Just in terms of how you're describing your week, can you just talk us through how's the week been for you? You've learnt more about your squad. Do the players know the situation they're in? And it sounds like you need them to fight dirty to win points. Are they aware that they're going to have to fight real hard to get out of this?
Last part, what you said, the team need
to fight dirty, to sort of
fight dirty. I don't know. It's a little bit.
Win ugly rather than beautiful football.
Okay. I think yes, we work in that direction there. Okay, in Italy they use the terms, like have a mentality of a small team. We use it in Italy, that kind. So that's the key always. With the handles, with the willing, with the wish to have always motivation, like you play against bigger teams. So that's the start, of course. And then we work a lot of that. They are aware of everything. Of course, they are aware of everything.
And just in terms of the injuries, I know you've got a lot of players out, but have you been given, it's obviously not your fault, but have you been given any explanation as to why Tottenham's have such a lot of injuries over the past year?
No, I have my thoughts, I have my opinions here, but I will keep them for myself.
Igor, just going back to Sunday's game, you played with a back three, even though you didn't have many options. You put Joao Palhinha there. Is kind of going to a back four something you considered for the Arsenal game, and would you consider that going forward?
We can see. We will see. All options are there.
And with kind of the other side of the pitch, you haven't got many players, but you do have a lot of forward players. Solanke, Kolo, Muani, Richarlison. Are you trying to work out how you can fit as many of those guys as possible? Because goals is going to be key, isn't it?
Yeah, that's the main job to do. Also, how you can have enough offensive player but not suffering back. Okay, so how many offensive player we can afford, to not concede back too much. So it's a particular moment also for understand, someone coming from injury, so you don't know. Some player has some problems, so this is. Sometimes not easy to make choices, okay. But you watch, you do with your staff. You choose. That's the job where we are paid, and okay.
And just finally from me, there was a clip after the Arsenal game of Micky Van De Ven, and the caption said that he had ignored your instructions. I think if you watch the video, you can see you're talking to somebody else. But
they show me. So they show me now. So it's a video from one fan, yeah. So I usually need to comment the fans' video. I saw them, but it was not instruction to Mick. It was instruction to the team to go up. It was not about Mick. It was about team to coming up. What we were speaking before, we want to go up because we want to have this style that we press high, but the team has maybe can in this moment it's too much for them, so that's why it was a little frustration of that, but this is part of the nothing special happened. Yeah.
Yeah, I just wanted to ask you because I think a lot of fans would have seen that clip and not watched it, but just seen the headline, and now they're thinking that Micky's sort of disrespecting you. I mean, how committed and how key is Micky been?
If you watch carefully now, you see that I don't speak with him because after was that one advice that I said to him, come closer, and he come closer. In that moment when I saw tell like this, it was all for all defense to go up, not individual. We didn't even speak about this me and Micky between because there's nothing to speak, So he's a fantastic guy, a very good professional. So he will never do these things,
Okay, we'll finish this section. Alex, please.
Hi, Igor. Joao Palhinha was returning to one of his former clubs. We see Fulham on the weekend. Firstly, as a player, he's played in defence for you last weekend. Probably more comfortable playing in defence and midfield. How much have you kind of considered on where to play him? And then also, as a character, he's been a big leader and be a big player for you.
Big leader, important for the dressing room. All his skills, not just as a player, also as a human being. He played there. This is not his natural position, so he did something extra for the team in these particular moments. But I know that he's best for that. But we put a line of 4 last game to protect other weakness we can maybe have in that moments playing against teams. So you always need to do some adjustment. You believe in that moments are the best for the team, and someone's in this particular moment, someone's need to play in the role that he's not the best position, best role. Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, we'll end the broadcast section there and move on to the embargo section for 10:30 p.m. on Friday.